What's up everyone, Joe Barvecchia here. I'm back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Amazon versus eBay dropshipping and the pros and cons with both. And I'll also try to pick my recommendation for which one you guys should start if you're trying to start some type of e-commerce business like this. As always, if you enjoy the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Be ready for a new video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as I'm going to be getting more and more consistent with this, so you can be ready to see one of these every single day on those days around 6 p.m. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Like I said, I'm just going to give the pros and cons of both eBay and Amazon dropshipping in 2020 to help those of you out who are looking to start their first online business and point you in the right direction for which business might be best for you. So just to jump right into it, eBay dropshipping, some of the pros that I've seen with eBay are as follows. They have a very small barrier to entry, meaning it doesn't really take much. If you started right now, pause this video, and opened up an account, you could be finding your first product and listing it up within a couple hours. Like, it's really no big deal. It's very easy to open up an account. If you already have one, that's even better because it'll be more seasoned and you'll at least have a little bit of history with eBay. Advertising is extremely easy on eBay. The reason I like eBay advertising is because it doesn't charge you till after the sale already went through. So let's say that if you wanted to list up a product and advertise it a little bit, you'll be able to promote it, and then it'll go and it'll give you the option of like what percentage of the sale you want to give to have your listing sponsored, and it'll also tell you like the average of what people are paying. So if people, let's say on average is 3%, if you bumped it up a little bit, changed your price a bit, you can basically beat everybody just by offering a bigger percentage of the sale. So if you price right and you know where you're getting the product from, that would work very well for you. Also, the reason I really do like eBay is because they have extremely fast payouts and the cash flow is super steady, unlike Amazon where they hold your money for a little bit of time. eBay, if you have a PayPal account that's not brand new, literally, and I mean we've all probably used PayPal before, all you need to do is once the customer pays you, you can instant transfer it if you wanted to pay the percentage, or have it take a couple days to transfer to your bank account, but the money is literally ready for you instantly, so you don't need a lot of money to start this business because you don't really need to fund order fulfillment that much. You can actually have cash flow moving very, very quickly. Another thing I like about eBay is that the scaling process is extremely manageable. You know, you can list more products, you can use some software if you wanted to, and you would be able to keep track of all your listings. It would be very easy to basically add more products and scale this business much quicker. Margins are very good as well on eBay. Like I said, they take less fees. I've said this in another video. I think it comes out to like 13% using PayPal and eBay. I know they're rolling out something where you won't have to use PayPal anymore, and it'll be like an eBay managed payment system. I don't know how that works. I haven't looked into it yet. But just be ready for that as well. I'll make a video when it does come out, and I can explain it once I use it myself. And lastly, like I said earlier, software. I personally don't use software anymore because I realized it made my business a little bit sloppier because I was mass listing more products instead of just finding good ones to sell and keeping it more manageable. But there is software available for both product research, inventory management, stuff like that. So you could use it if you so chose. So the cons of eBay. First and foremost, PayPal. I cannot, you guys know this, I cannot stress this enough. PayPal sucks. They're terrible. They don't help you out as a customer at all. They love to hold your money. Not good. There's countless amounts of people that I know that have had PayPal money held. I really don't like them. Also, another con of eBay is the lack of customers. Compared to Amazon, there's so many more people shopping on Amazon, so many more sales going on. eBay is a much smaller platform. This could be a good and a bad thing. However, there is less of a reach for people looking for your products, so you do need to know that there just is that lack of customer base compared to Amazon, so that is definitely a con. Another con of eBay would be the cost to list products. So if you're not on a store subscription plan, which you could just Google a store like eBay store subscription plans, where you can basically prepay and have a certain amount of free listings, but you're paying for a monthly subscription. It does cost money to list products. So, I mean, it's not a lot. It's usually 10 cents. So it's not a big deal. However, you do need to keep in mind that since it does cost money to list products, you need to really do some better research and understand that since it does cost to list them, you're not going to want to list products all willy-nilly because you will get a bill at the end of the month for it. The last thing is seller limits. I think this is a little bit unfair to put in as a con because on eBay side, because Amazon does kind of have seller limits. You know, you can't, the velocity issue with Amazon, you can't really scale too quickly, especially drop shipping. However, eBay has like set in stone limits if you have a new account, and it's actually not really that. I've had a decently easy time to get them removed. However, I think the best way to go about it is to sell stuff that you have around your house, then ask them, because drop shipping's not really in eBay's policy. So you definitely want to sell like real stuff, not real, but like sell stuff that you have, so that way you could prove it to eBay and then get your selling limits increased. However, if for some reason, like I did, where I just had an eBay account for years that I used to sell like shoes on back in high school and middle school when I would flip shoes, I had that. So my seller limits when I started drop shipping on eBay, they were not existent whatsoever. So next up we have Amazon drop shipping. That was the overall about eBay. I will recap both of them at the end, and we will come up with a best one to choose at the end. However, let's talk about the pros of Amazon dropshipping. One, there's absolutely tons of customers. It's the biggest e-commerce platform that there is, so there's tons and tons of people looking to buy stuff. Amazon customers are very, I would say, pretty loyal as well. You know, they will buy off Amazon. They know it comes quickly. So people really do love Amazon. There's tons of people, like I said, selling. You can't beat that. There's just a ton of customers. In my opinion, scaling is a little bit easier on Amazon, being that you could just kind of list once you're seasoned and you get past the like ramp up period or invoice time. You can scale a lot quicker because you can just keep selling and listing products. Not like crazy. You can list 2-3 a day, 5 a day, whatever. But I just think it's easier because it doesn't take that much time to list a product. You don't need to add pictures, take screenshots and stuff like that like you do on eBay. However, on Amazon, it's just like you copy the paste to ASIN, add your information, price, quantity, handling time, etc., condition, etc., and then it's just listed. And there's also no cost to it, which was my next pro. Since there's no cost to listing a product on Amazon, it's like I said, it's a little bit easier to scale just because you don't have to worry about getting a bill at the end of the month for how many products you listed. It's free, so it doesn't really cost that much, and I think it's a better scaling process compared to eBay. I've had more issues scaling my store on eBay than I have on Amazon. Even though I've been doing Amazon for longer, I've still had more issues when I tried to scale on eBay compared to Amazon, just with different things, and as well as like sometimes my fees got jumped up on my listings and stuff like that for no reason or that I didn't know about. So those are some things to keep in mind as well. And overall, of just another pro of Amazon, like once you have buy box and stuff like that, I think there's just a ton of money to be made. I think there's a lot of ways that you can scale this business further than just drop shipping compared to eBay. I really do think that you can take this into, you know, the multi seven figure business with obviously revenue wise on Amazon. I mean, there's definitely people making millions in profit on Amazon as well, but realistically where we're starting from zero, I really do think this could be your road to like over $1 million in sales much quicker than eBay, no doubt about it. So some cons to Amazon, I know I'm kind of showboating them a little bit, however there definitely are cons to Amazon. There's a lot of things, but they hold your money for like 2 weeks. You know, their payout system just holds it. Not that it holds the money and like keeps it from you, it holds it, and to make them safe, so to make sure that you kind of send the product to the customer. So you have to keep in mind that you kind of need a little bit more money or credit or just like an overall working capital to run an Amazon business compared to eBay, because it takes longer for you to get paid once the product is sold. You'll need to front the money for order fulfillment, as well as you'll like need to just have overall money to kind of manage the business compared to eBay, because their cash flow is much quicker. Another thing, Amazon is extremely strict with their sellers. You know, they have a massive brand to keep their reputation on, and if you're a bad seller, the customer thinks it's bad Amazon. So I understand why they're strict. However, them being strict is a con because it makes it harder to kind of stay within their guidelines. Amazon has like in section 3 of their business solutions, they could basically terminate you and hold your money at any time, which is BS. Like for us, like we're small businesses, they're Amazon, like obviously it sucks that they could like suspend you and terminate and stuff like that. And like suspensions are also rough to deal with on Amazon because they don't really answer you, like contrary to what a lot of people say. Like it's Amazon's way or it's no way. If you mess up anything that they want, they take 2 minutes to review your submission on a suspension, whereas they could, you know, take 2 minutes and have somebody pick up the phone and talk to you as a seller for 5 minutes, because like your livelihood as an Amazon seller is heavily in their hands. So I think that's kind of a con to their platform being strict, and like they can suspend you and hold your money and stuff like that. I think that's just major con. Obviously, if you run a legitimate business, you follow their guidelines, no, you're not going to get suspended. It's not. But if you do shady stuff, you can, and they also reserve that right to suspend you for any reason. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I wouldn't be scared of it. Just like run a legitimate operation. Fulfill your orders. Have customers know when the product is coming. Like, do the right thing. Don't be a scumbag. Like, send customers the product that they paid for, and send it timely. You know, like, if you do that and you stay with Amazon's policies, and in the beginning you don't try to ramp up too quickly, you'll be okay. But you know, you have to, like, most of the people that get suspended, they do some shady stuff. So I think that's why. But at the same time, like, they hold that right for any reason. So you just need to keep that in mind, and they are extremely strict. Another thing on a con for Amazon, I've never done any advertising, so this isn't from personal experience. However, I think their advertising is much more difficult to deal with than eBay, especially that when you run like PPC campaigns, pay-per-click, you got to pay before the product sells. So like, yes, that is how advertising works. However, eBay wins that category for sure, because the way they advertise, you don't have to do so. And overall, as another con, just for like beginners starting out, which I'm sure some of you guys are, you just need more money to start this business in general because of that cash flow management thing in general. So that's everything I wanted to go over for the Amazon versus eBay. I mean, I think we talked about a lot of pros, a lot of cons to both platforms. So if you're somebody starting out that doesn't have a lot of money, like $500 or less, that you want to start a business, eBay is the spot for you. eBay, you can start with much less, and you can kind of make a little bit higher of a percentage profit, and also have more cash flow, so you can reinvest that money back into the business and kind of make your 500 into more much quicker. On Amazon, I don't think that 500 would take you very far, because let's say in 2 weeks, you know, you could only sell like $500, like five $100 products, and then you'd run out and you'd have to wait. So whereas with eBay, that wouldn't be as much of an issue. I think that's better. So if you have less money, definitely go eBay, like 500 or less. If you have 1,000 or a couple thousand that you're willing to like set aside and start this business, no, you don't really need to invest it into the business, because it doesn't cost that much money to start these up. So I would say if you have more money, definitely start Amazon, because if you can hold up that 2-week cash flow, you can sell more product, reinvest it back into the business, and you will definitely end up taking your business further. And I think that overall, like long term, Amazon is definitely the vehicle compared to eBay. Especially that with Amazon, you could start dropshipping and move into different like avenues of selling there. eBay, I just don't think they're like it's not a long-term thing. It's something you could do on the side for extra cash. However, I don't think there's many people running like 7-8 figure operations on eBay. There could be, I don't know them, I haven't seen them. So like I said, if you wanted to make the decision of Amazon versus eBay, less capital, definitely go eBay. If you have more capital, like 1,000 plus, a couple thousand, definitely roll with Amazon. You will definitely be able to take your business to higher levels, not much faster, but you know, with a more efficient process. I think eBay, you just aren't going to you're not going to do hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on eBay. With dropshipping, with Amazon, that is very doable. So that's my whole Amazon versus eBay dropshipping recap. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any questions. You can DM me on either of my Instagrams. I'll leave them right here. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.